Good evening. My name is Jim Lewis. I will be reading 5 poems tonight. Each of them has some connection with water or climate change or the environment. All of them in some way or other prompted by, inspired by, or written specifically for Anne. Thank you for inviting me, Anne, and I hope all of you enjoy these poems. The first I will read is called Quiet Time and was the first of this series of poems. This is quiet time. In a private park we trespass with indifference, laughing at the ducks, more tame than nature intended, who greet us hissing, "Feed us, feed us," following to the pond edge, nervously, awkwardly pacing, waiting. It is windy here. Leaf boats sail from tree to pond and on across, no rudder and no destination. Willow and her sisters shake their green hair in the breeze, bending, swaying, dipping coyly but out of reach, inches above the calling water. My youngest is exploring while I test a well-worn bench, her purple on black sweater and pants a signal flag against the grass. I do not speak because there is no need. Rather, listen to the rhythm of the ripples and let my mind wander with the ducks, who now and again come back to see if magically I might have a scrap or two to toss them, puzzled still at my empty hands. I laugh, but not aloud. This is quiet time. The second poem is titled Waterline. Toad will think nothing of the constant hand that keeps the lilies clear, grooming the shading leaves and quiet water that all but guarantee progeny to infinity, in the absence of plastic, of paper, of tin. Heron will ignore him, think nothing of the clearness of the pool he fishes, bent only on the catch that glimmers near the shore. Simplicity, a long pole rake and canvas bag, brought daily to this pond, erasing the indifference of fast food trash and careless hands along the waterline. Poem number 3, Carbon Footprint. To be totally frank, he never cared much for the term, saw it as redundant because start to finish he was carbon-based, though laced with imagination, spiced with speculation and the like. He wanted to fit with the eco-friendly mob, so he quietly went along, never objecting vocally, but each time he heard the term he carefully probed the full context of its use, sliding his creativity into and under the sharp corners and soft shadows of the marks left just by walking through life. And in every case except his own, he found another poem that left no footprint at all. A little bit of humor in this, even though it's a serious topic, and I had fun with it. It's called Creek Will Rise. He blamed it first on beavers. Damn creatures, he chuckled, thinking how he had cussed and got away with it. But they were innocent by virtue of absence, leading to the next guess, rock or mudslide in the canyon. That will be bad, he thought, and hard to fix. He rode the 7 miles, careful of every crossing, water running stirrup high, and backwards, he noted, found the canyon clear. Damn, he said for real, not caring who heard, looking for bigger words to voice his frustration, and a new consideration of traveling downstream searching the source of so much water. Days into a couple of weeks, he stood atop a dune, staring at a flooded town, beach gone underwater, sea reaching up the river, up the land, expanding. Hell, he yelled as he realized that no one had ever explained what happens when God ain't willin', and just how deep, how far the creek will rise. For my last piece, I would like to read you Contrails, which is one of my favorites from this series. Be scientific, be intellectual. Lecture me on Cirrus aviaticus, how hot exhaust and particulates condense and dance and disperse over seconds, minutes, days, weeks. Tickle my brain with explanations of contrail climate change. Be magical, be mysterious. Whisper to me how the ghosts of every airline disaster float behind those jets. Billowy white fingers reaching, stretching for miles, clawing their way aboard. Be ignorant, be earthbound. Explain to me how you never once look up to see those water lines raking fingernails across a chalkboard sky. Never bother with things so far away when each spring's preoccupation is that the creek will rise too high, flooding out the garden sprouts. Each summer is spent fretting that it will run too low and all the corn will wither. Be lyrical, be poetic. Write lines that catch my breath before I exhale into the winter air. My own vapor trail that marks, if only for an instant, my passage through your life. Thank you.